Now we move to the Indo-Pacific for our next story, where Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense has detected 14 sorties of aircraft, 6 naval vessels and 1 official ship operating near its territorial waters as of 6 a.m. local time. As per Taiwan, 14 out of 14 sorties crossed the median line and entered Taiwan's southwestern and eastern air defense identification zone. This comes after Taiwan reported 7 sorties of Chinese aircraft and 8 Chinese naval vessels operating near its territorial waters on Monday. Meanwhile, a Chinese defense spokesperson warned Taiwan's Democratic Progressive Party authorities that US weapons cannot save them and that soliciting external support for Taiwan independence will only fail. The spokesperson for the Ministry of National Defense made the remarks in response to reports that the United States is transporting a new batch of M1A2 tanks to Taiwan and plans to increase its arms sales to the self-governed island over the next 4 years. Now back over to the United States. Jurors in the Harvey Weinstein's sex crimes retrial say they're making good progress towards a verdict, despite earlier signs of tension inside the jury room. The 12-member panel is deciding whether the former Hollywood producer is guilty of sexual assault in 2006 and rape in 2013. The trial follows a New York court's decision to throw out Weinstein's 2020 convictions over procedural issues. His 23-year sentence was overturned, though he remains jailed for other offences. One juror asked for clarity to avoid a hung jury. Another said earlier that jurors were being shunned, calling it a playground stuff. The judge denied a request for a mistrial. Meanwhile, prosecutors said Weinstein used his power to rape 3 women who all said no. Weinstein, who didn't take the stand, told Fox 5 he acted immorally, but insists he did nothing criminal. Hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs is facing damning testimony in his sex trafficking trial. An ex-girlfriend testifying as Jane said Combs beat her and forced her into sex acts with another man last June. She told jurors she felt coerced, saying, "I'm not a porn star, I'm not an animal." Prosecutors say Combs ran a decades-long pattern of abuse known as freak-offs. He denies the charges and pleads not guilty. Defense lawyers are set to cross-examine the witness this week. If convicted, Combs could face life in prison. Now we have some breaking news from Moscow. The Kremlin says there is still no clarity on how many dead Russian soldiers Ukraine will hand over. Meanwhile, Russia is ready to return the bodies of Ukrainian troops with trucks already on standby. President Putin is set to chair a Security Council meeting on Tuesday. The Kremlin says the focus will be on state policy to defend what it calls traditional values. 2 Chinese aircraft carriers have been spotted operating simultaneously in the Pacific for the first time. Japan's defense ministry confirms the Liaoning and Shandong carriers carried out separate drills near the Japanese territory. Beijing's Navy launched fighter jets and helicopter exercises close to remote islands, including the Okin-Otoru and Minamito-Rishima Island. Japan has expressed concern but stopped short of condemning China. Officials say China is expanding its military reach beyond the second island chain. The move has alarmed Tokyo and Washington as tensions rise over China's growing naval power in the region. Well, that's all.